Hello guys, welcome back to All in Reality. Today we'll be creating a WebAR application with car controller. So basically we'll be creating a joystick controller for the car. We'll be placing the car and we'll be interacting with it with using a joystick. So it's going to be very much simple. So fun fact is that it is created in Unity with Unity export package. So we'll be going into that deeply. So let's get started. So we'll create a sample project. So I'll just name it as WebAR car controller. Yeah, so basically for this project, right, whatever is needed, so all the resources I'll be having in the description, even the project will be available in GitHub. So if you get any questions, so you can refer the project from there. As you people already told, there were some compatibility issues with Android, but we have tested this time, so it is working most of the times, and several devices we have tested. So for this tutorial we have several packages which we have to use. So this time we are not going ahead with a sample project or something, so that we'll not have any issues. So we have given this two packages which are going to be downloaded from the site. I'll show that as well, but we have a material package and controller package additional to that for the tutorial. So here you see WebXR interactions and the WebXR export. Both are from dpanther. Sorry if I pronounced it differently, but from there only we'll be getting these packages. And thanks for his support. And these two packages you can download according to the versions what you get from there. So once you have the packages, you can import them into the Unity project. Yeah, so I've imported both the packages here. So you can see interactions and export both are available. So you have to go inside interactions, and there is a folder which I have already here. So samples. So it is hidden from our assets folder. That's why you cannot see inside Unity. So copy that and keep it inside our assets, and just remove that extra symbol so that you'll be able to see that inside your Unity project. Yeah, so I have imported that as well. So you can see samples here. So only one sample will be there, which is desert scene. So you can open this and try to do some changes. So I'll be just explaining only the solution implementation. If you want to see in-depth scene hit test example and web XR management and everything, so you can go to the other video which I've already made. So I'll be giving that in the I button. So coming back to the script, right? So you have all the things here, which will be having the hit test update and following the hit test with the rattle, basically the positional visual which we have. So that will be just there. Once you hit the hit point, will be established with the object placement. So you can see here, so this is the cube which will be the visual inside. So coming back to this, so I'll be just saving this scene as a different scene so that we'll have the sample available with us if we screw up anything. So just save it as web AR version of this. So I've just saved it as car web AR. So coming here, so we have to do some changes because this is like more of AR and VR combined scene. So I want to make this more suitable for the AR scene. So I'll just remove this mesh and add one plane, which will be like not panel. Yeah, yeah. So just add a plane and try to scale it according to the size of the mesh. Yeah. So this would be fine because our surface should not be humpy bumpy like that orange mesh. So I'll be just disabling that, and we will make this as a transparent plane so that it will not be visible in our AR scene. Even if you want, you can add some shadows and everything, but I'm not adding right now to this tutorial. But going forward, we will show you how we can add shadows also for the same scene, right? So you can disable all these cubes and plants and everything, right? So we don't need that right now, so I'm just disabling everything. Then, like few elements, I'll disable everything, and even this interactables also we can disable, right? Yeah. So I think that's all. Yeah. And right now we will be importing basically the car. Basically it's a Cybertruck, so we will be just importing that with all the supported libraries. So you'll be getting some issues because as we have joystick variable joystick controller which we are using, we have to import one package called joystick pack. This will be available, I'll be giving this link also in the sorry uh, description, so you can just import this. Yeah, now we are not getting any issues, right? So now just we have to drag and drop the car from prefabs folder. So final cars. So this is the Cybertruck which we have to drag and drop inside desert environment. So I've done that, right? So it's having so many components inside Cybertruck, so that I'll go ahead in depth in some other tutorial, but right now is just we are going to concentrate on web XR, right? So yeah, everything is good. So you can see here there are tires and canvas and everything which will have the joystick. So I'm just keeping it in some height so that it will give that drop effect when I'm trying to place. So it's having the box collider and all the input manager, car dynamic controller and everything, which is having that car dynamics. Yeah, you can see here, so everything is available. If you want to like understand, you can try to go through the scripts, but for this particular tutorial limitation, I'm not just going through those things, but we can cover those in future releases. And turn transparent, and this is a script I'll be giving. So just import this material where we can try to change the plane to transparent as we have explained, right? So you go to materials, it will be available. Yeah, transparent. Yeah, good. So you can see the effect right now. Yeah, now we can disable this tabletop as well. Just try to play this once, but before that let's convert into WebGL project, right? Yeah. Yeah, let's play this and see whether it's working as expected or not. So now you can see, so it's having the controls, it's working. Yeah, we have to do a few more updates, like we have to disable some UI elements, but before that, like, yeah, let's see the aspect ratio fix. Yes. Yeah, it's good. So because one axis will be for movement, another axis will be for rotation of the front wheels. Yeah, you can see y axis is moving the vehicle with giving throttle. X axis is actually rotating the wheels, right? Yeah. I hope this is like self-explanatory. So we'll disable this FPS text and this toggle as well. We don't need it right now for this example, but it's just input profile loader. Yeah. Unlike last time, right? So this time we'll be creating a UI button where we will be switching the AR mode. So when you click that button, AR mode will start once you open the application in the mobile. I have a small request from like our team, All in Reality team, to all of you people. So we are seeing that the subscribers count is not increasing, and we are getting the views, but nobody is subscribing. So we saw like 92% of our video viewers are not subscribing to the channel. So please do us a favor and try to subscribe to our channel so that we can stay here as long as we can and try to support AR application development community. So I hope like you understand. So please help us and like, subscribe to our channel, so it will be very much helpful to provide more insightful content like this. That's been said, so we will be creating a button, right? So I've created a button here, and when you go to WebXR Manager, right? So this is the main class for WebXR management in Unity from the plugin side. So you can see toggle AR, toggle VR, hit test start, hit test stop, everything. So these are all the functions which like subsystem is providing. So you can see these things you can play around with. When you want to hit test, you can enable those. When you want to stop the hit test, you can do that. So this is the same thing which is getting used by scene hit test uh, program, right? So here you can just toggle AR, right? So when we click the button, directly it will toggle to AR. So I have all the assets here, so I'm just placing that with the size exactly to the UI. So you can like try to rescale if you want a different size of this button. So but I'll be keeping it as 150 by 60, and we can position it. And just you have to drag and drop WebXR manager into this button and try to assign that particular toggle AR function, right? On click we can just enable that. So I'm not going to do any exact extra coding for this, but we can do a number of variations of this. Yeah, just go to WebXR manager and select toggle AR. So this will be doing the job. When you click view, and when you're in mobile device, it will be enabling into AR mode, right? Yeah. Yeah, now we will be creating a folder inside our assets. So it should be having WebGL templates, right? So that is very important for WebGL application. So I have already created a sample WebGL template for this application for All in Reality sample. So you can get that as well from our GitHub project, right? So I've just had this here. So WebGL full screen which we'll be using. So you can even change this from index file. And I'm not going through that right now, but you can edit that if you know basic HTML and JS. So you can directly select here, and after that you can just try to enable this WebXR export from the XR management basically. So this will be coming default with the package import, right? And coming to this player settings, you don't need to change really anything else other than the template. And if you want to have icon and splash screen, these things you can put, but WebGL template and the WebXR is two things you have to consider. And before building, right, we'll be doing some change for the visual. So basically this visual, I'm not going to do really changes to this, but if you want, you can put any other visual or put text also, right? Like place here or some this kind of stuff, or any like extra additions you can add. Even if you want UI, 3D UI, that also you can try to place and try to do some changes here. But we are not going to really do that, right? So whenever the cube is enabled, it means that it is doing the hit test. Hit test is happening, and according to the hit test, the visual will be moving around. Once you click on the actual object, right? So the hit test will stop and the object will be placed. So I'm just adding a script on this particular thing to change the material of the car. So we have a transparent material which we already like imported with the car object. So I'll be just creating a car material change script and call that translucent and turn back functions. So you can just try to define the object in serializable field, right? So I'll just have one particular object which is like car model, the input, and basically on start we don't need to do really anything here, but I'm just getting that component whether it is working or not. So just I think turn, yeah, turn translucent then back, yes, yes. So this is the class, and from there you can have two functions, back and translucent. So basically when you turn translucent, sorry, so that will be the translucent, so which is like invisible thing. So you can remove from here. We have basically two functions, on enable and on disable, which we'll be using here because we are adding the component to the basic visual, right? So I'm just having disable and on enable, and I'll be placing translucent and back on this particular functions. Yeah, same thing you can copy paste here as well, or like you can again type it, so like me, turn translucent, so same class with different function. So yeah, translucent, I think this will be doing the job, right? So you can just save and go back, and we will try to test this in the editor itself, right? Because we can disable and enable the cube and try to understand what is happening, because AR will not be working in the scene. So you have to just assign this car model, and we don't need to do anything else because it's already having, car is already having this script, so it can access the material of the car. So I think that's all. So we have done like everything. You can disable the cube and start the experience, because on normal scenario it should be disabled, only on hit test it will be enabled, right? So we'll try to replicate that and run the scene and enable cube, so that it will try to run the scenario. Okay, so we are doing, I think, vice versa. When it is disabled, when it's disabled it is normal, when it is enabled it is okay, I think we have to do vice versa. So on enable it should be turned to translucent, on disable it should be turned back, right? So sorry, so there was a confusion. Yeah, so this should be working, so we can try to see, we can build and test this. So we are having everything, we have web GL templates check, and we have placement translucent material we are doing, so you can see it is working here. So everything is working, and when you just try to build and run, right, so it will be hosting into local host and try to run the app, right, like this. So we have set the splash screen, so if you can see, so we have this hyperlink which we actually have on the left side bottom corner. So all in reality the link, it is working. You can put anything in that way with HTML. So we have clicked view AR and it came to WebXR plugin. So I already discussed about this in so many like tutorials of our web AR experiences. You can get that extension. I'll put that sample tutorial also in the I button. Just check that how you can get this. So this is just to experience the WebXR or AR in the browser, right? So we don't have a click action here because it's not working with this sample. So you cannot really place this. So, but still you can understand it is working, right? In a portrait view, or you can try to horizontally also do this and try to like experience this. but I think it is working as expected. So we can host this in the GitHub repository and try to create a GitHub page so that we can test it in any other mobile device. So I have already created this repository, and I'm just empty project, I'm hosting it so that you will get a link, and we can upload the project files as build, and I'm uploading it, so I think it is there. And now once you upload the files and everything, right, so the GitHub page will be ready like this. I'm not showing the exact process, but you will be able to see the deployment like this. So the link will be available, you have to wait for 4 minutes, and after that it will be active. Once you again like host the app and get the link and do it, even you can test that also in WebXR plugin in Google Chrome, or you can just take that link and test it in the device, like what we are doing right after this. So as expected, it is working fine. Thank you so much for being there for us till at the end of the video, and I hope you like this video, and please like, share and subscribe and comment if you have any other suggestions, or if you have any issues in doing this. And we are trying to do WebXR Unity export experiments, like implementing image targets and AR portals and so many things. So you please hold with us so that we can do these kind of experiments and try to share with you people in the videos. Thank you so much.